Hey everybody, cheerful morning. This is going to be a cheerful market as well. Yes, of course, we are in the cusp of experiencing a gap up opening for benchmark indices today. The 29th July 2026, this one is. Apart from these two, the rest of two sessions only there for the month of July, and based on the behavioral analysis and its outcome and its proof already witnessed. Today also going to be a trend decider for the rest of the two sessions in this. So today also one can keep a close watch on the behavior or price movements to get an enhanced trading opportunities. Based on yesterday's one, the attempts were being taken by holding important supports by the NIFTY or Sensex, and also some climbing activities seen on chart with an intention to move towards or near to the very core but immediate resistance points, like in Nifty, if you say 24,200 and 24,300, that was the level we have been making you are aware. You be cautious about holding long positions, or better to trim your long positions around these particular zones or between these 24,200 to 24,300, where the crucial setups for the next direction may be getting based on a break and sustainability above these particular bands of 24,200 and 24,300. So in that manner, yesterday it has somewhat respected and hold the ideology of making further up movement. Like based on that, attempts were being taken to be held in above the supports and near to the resistance points. It is now helping the markets through the way of behaving in the way of consolidating with a positive manner. The gap up opening is seen on chart. So that is what the behavioral analysis and its outcome always indicate you well in advance. Say for example, yesterday's was totally a range bound consolidation, and without moving towards 24,200 and without breaking below 23,900, the markets were beautifully consolidated. That is what the proof one can have, the intents and how one can aware or observe that the markets are intended to be moving further upward. Like based on that, that today's movement is helping the behavior to continue on the northward. As per our phrase here mentioned, the consolidations keep the trend alive. Yes, the trend what we have been experiencing for the recent two sessions. After Friday's close below the 8th July low, it has not allowed or permitted the Nifty to close again consecutively below the same 8th July low below. So that is only the markets are turned and actively participating on the buying absorption or building long side, so that the trend of continuing the positivity or bullish attempts are being alive now. After opening with a gap up manner, we can see the strength towards reaching 24,200 or even breaking above to that point also may be expected. If it is happening during the first 1 hour, that is very important to see that trend or attempts towards 24,300 also can be seen. In case if it is not happens during the first hour, 1 hour means you can actually wait till the consolidation is taking place, and through that consolidation one can expect the 24,200 above once a close happens in any time frame starting with 15 minutes. During the day to day, anywhere between the opening to closing time zones, the attempts of continuing towards 24,300 may be seen. So these kind of tools scenarios can be kept in mind and approach the market in accordance with that. In case the Nifty is trying to move towards 24,000, there onwards you can actually think of accumulating your long positions or entering with a new long build-up setups by the way of keeping 23,900 as the whole day's support today. Probability is very, very less for making a low break below 23,900 as it seems to be a very strong support point for the day. Which means overall the setups are actually encouraging the buyers to participate around 24,000, even 24,100, 24,000, 23,900 as a final day's support where and all one can participate on the buying side. And of course, a break about 24,200 also one can start or accumulate further buying, but this range are between 24,300 to 200 to 300. It is only suitable for making buying attempts for the risky traders and not for the safer one. A sell on rise strategy would be an opt one for the day traders or short-term traders. Once the Nifty breaks and moves above 24,200 zone and towards 24,300 levels, where one can utilize these kind of up movements to book profit or otherwise trim your holdings or positions and can see the opportunity is again rising between the support zones of 24,000 and 23,900. From a positional perspective, one can clearly understand that as long as the Nifty is trading between 23,700 and 24,700, the range bound actions with the buy on dips around support and sell on rise near to or around the resistance points and all can be deployed, and once it breaks and closes consecutively 2 sessions above the point of 24,700, where one can see the new leg of bull rally can be expected, that may be giving a chance for 1,500 to 2,000 points as a minimum rally on the upside. Vice versa, or conversely, in case if Nifty closes below 23,700 below for consecutive 2 sessions, where one can see the same kind of 2,000 points of rally on the downside also may be expected. But for both of these kind of directional moves with the 2,000 points of gap and all, not confirmed yet by the Nifty side. For that only we have been discussing the pivotal or a core behavior zone of 24,700 and an interim behavior zone of 23,700. Through these pivotal actions, one can understand and get observation about the market's trend for a big rally on either side. Today, the sectors, which includes the major one, IT. See, the IT where we have been mentioning about the things and are working with a short covering and value buying basis recovery, and where we have indicated about the IT index a rally may be either side. If it is giving a break, the direction will be continuing like based on the 17th high and low. You can look out. We can now see through this displaying of the IT index chart for better understanding. See the Nifty IT index. We have signaled about a bigger rally is expected based on the 17th one. So that is how it has actually reacted after that 17th high breakout. This is for the not 17th, this is 23rd. Okay. Sorry for the inconveniences. See, because of this 23rd, we have already mentioned in our reports as well, under the sector analysis and even discussed during the sessions of Zoom when conducted after this 23rd of July one. So after this high or low breakout, the trend will be continuing on the same side with a huge points or a huge price actions manner, where you can see after making this breakout above 28,688, it has rallied about 2,000 points to make an high of 30,660. So from 28,600 to 30,600, 2,000 points only between these 3 sessions. After a confirmation, we have signaled for you all, which has broken but not closed below the 23rd July's low. So based on that close happened on 24th with a decisive manner, the index have maintained an upward rally with a gap up manner continuously and rallied about to 9% almost for these 3 sessions from the low perspective. So where we can expect, since today also we have mentioned, but the important note what we have mentioned has not been pasted. So in that manner, one can see the Nifty probably getting a support of IT. After that, along with the IT sector support, few other core sector support also will be tied up, like from the finance and bank also can be expected. As long as the Nifty IT is actually making a move above 30,000 level, because hope you all remember that below 30,000, once the IT index closes consecutively 2 sessions, we can expect 16% of corrections like we have discussed a few weeks ago. Based on that, if you look back how the downward directions what we have predicted has been met like. So in that manner, after a 30,000 zone, here only the first time 3rd of June it has closed below, and consecutive second session also closed below 30,000. So based on that, you can actually measure how the downside rally happened like. About to 14.5% the downside happened against our prediction of 16%. After that, the attempts were been clearly making a reversal based one and moving towards the positive. So based on that attempts, yesterday only the first time after a big correction happened on the IT index, it has reclaimed and closed above this 30,000 zone where we have drawn or plotted the horizontal line. So in that manner, one can see the 30,000 above as it has closed, it should maintain a second consecutive close also above this zone. If it happens, one can see the IT index probably moving towards this particular swings high. That may be around 5 to 6% of rally from here, from the yesterday's close basis. It is a minimal one, but anyhow, where one can see the profit booking may be happening. Until then, one can keep building the long positions under IT sector oriented stocks. That's it for the IT oriented information we wanted to provide you all and make aware of this particular opportunity. So this is what the important information we have shared about the IT sector based in movements and behavior. Then the auto, real estate, energy, and defense capital goods, all these sectors may be expected to participate through the way of short covering. If the said indexes are mentioned indexes were traded negatively, the high level of short covering may be seen on these particular negatively closed sectors, and the continuation on the higher side also may be seen on the IT, auto like these sectors. For the stock opportunities to trade in today's market actions, one can focus on Lawson and Toubro, Hindustan Unilever, Cholamandalam Investment and Finance, Birlasoft, City Union Bank, Phoenix Mills, DCM Shriram, Rail Vikas Nigam Limited, or the stocks based on news that includes earnings and the order win kind of news. Today's earnings calendar includes the company's announcements for the June ended quarter, starting with Adani Enterprises, Adani Ports and Special Economic Zones, Asian Paints, Colgate Palmolive, Dabur India, Eicher Motors, Bajaj Housing, Hexaware Technologies, Star Health, Vari Energies, Prestige Estates, Star Health, second time it is repeating, Honeywell Automation, Gordon Reach Shipbuilders, Piramal Pharma, Procter & Gamble Hygiene, and Acme Solar Holdings are the important companies that are going to announce their results. So it is a strong advice to all the traders to maintain a strict stop loss, despite it is a positive move for the markets. So we can now conclude today's session, as it has covered the important information about IT and the behavioral outcome and the prediction on the NIFTY as well. So one can make use of this, and along with the strategies, levels and all discussed, one can take your trading decision as an informed. Thank you for participating. We can now conclude. Wishing everyone to have a great day today. Bye-bye.